May is National Beef Month, and while many Virginians are firing up their grills to enjoy their favorite cuts or burger creations, they're likely noticing beef prices are hitting wallets hard, like this package of ground beef that costs $7.29 per pound. We talked with key players across Virginia's beef industry to uncover why these prices have climbed so high.
The basics of it are supply and demand. And the cattle cycle overall typically goes in 10 to 12 year cycles. And so we expand for a period of time and then we contract. And as we have more product, obviously the price of cattle and the price of beef usually goes down. As we have less product, the prices for those commodities goes up. And so right now we're at the very bottom of our supply levels. So we're at record lows as far as our cattle inventory in the United States.
Reeves says the record low national cattle inventory was caused by drought in key cattle producing regions of the United States in 2021 and 2022. This forced farmers to cull their herds. Virginia Tech professor Mario Ortez says herd rebuilding and price improvement will take time.
Farmers need to start culling less cows, so the older animals, and they need to start retaining more heifers, the female animals. And once you make that decision to retain that heifer, then it takes about 2 years for that heifer to bear an offspring. And then that offspring is then going to take another 18 to 24 months to be ready to be harvested. So some credible estimates out there are suggesting that, again, we're going to see the bottom of the cattle herd inventories in the United States this year in 2025. And that we should start seeing some signals of herd expansion in 2026, which then in turn will perhaps allow some relief into cattle prices.
Although they contribute to high prices for beef, Reeves says that current high prices for cattle are helping Virginia farmers keep up with higher input costs.
We're seeing a lot of these calves that are being weaned, so just off their mamas weighing 600 pounds, bringing 3 all the way up to 350, 100 weight. That's more than double what they would have brought 5 years ago.
$300 a hundredweight is equivalent to $3 per pound. These prices are for feeder cattle, which are weaned calves weighing 400 to 900 pounds.
That is a really great thing for producers. It's been a long time. I think a lot of our producers would tell you it's been a long time coming. We've had some tough years prior to this price run up, and obviously our input costs have gone up as well. When you look at the cost of equipment, when you look at the cost of fertilizer and the things that are required for us to do business.
Most of Virginia's feeder calves are sold at auction, and Stanton Union stockyard owner Todd Weichert says the demand for Virginia feeder cattle has created a seller's market.
Our sale Friday, we had some very good cattle for the last month, really. And you got buyers that are hungry for them. When you got the right kind of cattle, an auctioneer don't have to sit up there and beg much. Somebody's going to hook them cattle and go north because the cattle sell themselves.
Virginia cattle farmers represent just one part of the national beef supply chain, though.
Commercial cow-calf producer is the farmer who has the cows that have the babies, and we have a lot of that in Virginia. So a stocker producer is one that takes a calf that's been weaned and raises them, runs them on grass, usually this time of year through the summer and fall, and raises that calf up to be somewhere around 800, 900 pounds, where they're then sold to a feedlot. When cattle go into the feedlot, they're typically fed a higher energy ration, which that makes the beef taste good. And from the feedlot, then they'll go on to processing at a packing facility.
Reeves says most Virginia cattle are sent to feedlots in Pennsylvania, the Midwest, or Ontario, Canada before they are processed. Ortez explains the other side of the beef price equation is strong demand.
Demand for beef has been resilient in recent years, even in the midst of high beef prices.
The United States Department of Agriculture estimates the average American will consume 58.9 pounds of beef in 2025, down from 59.1 pounds in 2024. Reeves is grateful for consumers' willingness to choose beef.
Beef, it's what's for dinner. I mean, it's been really phenomenal. Demand has been phenomenal. I think I give a lot of credit. We obviously have the beef checkoff that has been in existence now for several decades that promotes beef, and they've done a fantastic job of doing that. And we've done a fantastic job, I think, of improving the product that consumers are buying. To all the consumers out there, thank you. Thank you for eating beef. Thank you for trusting our product and our producers.
To learn more about Virginia's beef cattle industry and the cattle community, visit the Virginia Beef Council's website at vabeef.org. For Real Virginia, I'm Elijah Griles.